Hi students, so we are discussing the fourth lesson, that is excretion. So in last class we discussed structure of the nephron and the mechanism of urine formation. Those are very important for 4 marks question. We can expect any one question from that too. So next one, there are some scientific things there, like so the filtration takes place in the kidney. The specific part is nephron. Uriniferous tubules is called as uriniferous tubules. So there are 1.3 to 1.8 millions of nephrons is there in each kidney. They are acting like a broom. So they will clean all the dust, all the waste materials present in the blood. They filtered. Filtration and ultrafiltration takes place in the glomerulus. Waste materials, nutrients, water molecules are filtered and sent to the next part from PCT to lobe of Henle to DC. Proximal convoluted tubule, lobe of Henle and distal convoluted tubules. In distal convoluted tubules, what happens? Tubular secretion will take place. From there, the urine will enter into collecting duct or collecting tube. From it will enter into pelvis. This pelvis leads to ureter. Second one is ureter. The pain of ureters is there. Actually, the length of this ureter is around 30 centimeter long. They are arising from the two kidneys. From the hilus or fissure. From the kidney, from the hilus or fissure. It's a particular part. They are arising. They are coming away from the kidneys. They are very narrow distal cells. So they will attach to the bladder. This ureter is around 30 centimeter long. When the waste materials is filtered in the kidney, from the kidney the waste materials will move through the ureters in the form of a peristalsis movement. Peristalsis, not straight, like a peristalsis of wave-like movements. These two ureters are collecting a duct of urine from the kidney and will transport into the bladder. Next part is bladder. So, bladder is a sac-like structure which one have stretchable structures, acting like a bag. So, temporarily urine will store in the bladder. It will collected by the two ureters. It have a capacity to like a stretch. When it's act like a pouch. When we are keeping the food into the pouch, what happens? It will expand the size. Actually, the bladder capacity is around 300 to 800 ml. We can store around 800 ml of urine in the bladders. So this is the capacity of the bladders. So the bladder size will be increased when the more urine is storing in the bladder. It's a stretchable. So it is not good to store more urine in the bladder. So once the signal went to the brain, so the urine will be dispatched from the urethra. Next part is urethra. See, ureters, bladder, urine temporarily stored in the bladders. So when there are some muscular walls is present in this bladders. Two muscular walls. These are helping opening the bladders, opening the urethra and closing the urethra. These are connected to the brains. So this temporarily muscular walls, muscles is present in this urethra. One is helping to the opening of the urethra. Another one is there are two actually sphincters is there. So one, if the bladder is filled, so the one will automatically the muscles wall will be opened. Another will be connected to the brains. Another one is connected to the brains. So when brain says, then this another walls will be open, then the urine will be discharged outside of the body. So actually in male there are only one urethra is there. So this is the to the sperms the expel outside this urethra, and the urine also will expels outside of the body. There only one urethra is there in male, but there is a two different urethra is there in females. One is a specifically for the urine. So another one is a reproductive parts. Another one is a reproductive parts. That is the difference between the male urethra and the female urethra. So next one is composition of urine. So before that we should discuss about micturition. When the ulcer of urine takes place around when it's filled with 300 to 400 ml of urine, urgent micturition takes place in the bladder and the urethra. I told you there are muscles is there, they will send messages to the brain. So then we will go for the outside to discharge the urine. When urge of micturition takes place, if the urine is filled with 300 to 400 ml of extra or waste materials in the bladders, immediately, so this bladder will send messages to the brain, then we will go for the urine, expelling of the urine, sending the urine away. So when urge of nutrition takes place, when bladder is filled with the 300 to 400 ml of urine. Actually, the maximum capacity of bladder is 700 to 800. We can store it until 800 is filled. We can store the urines. So some small student, they always ask for the urines after half an hour or 1 hour. So actually, the muscles controlling in the small chain are involuntary movements. We can see the voluntary movements and involuntary movements. What is involuntary? They are not in their control. That's why they always go urine. Small children, like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, up to 3. Some even some 5 years, 10 years students also they will go urine because of the micturations. So it will by habit it will convert into involuntary into voluntary movements. So voluntary movements. The maximum capacity is 700 to 800 ml. For day, one person they can send the urine away from the bladder 1.6 to 1.8 liters of urine per day. Per day we can expel the urine around 1.6 to 1.8 liters of urines per day. How the urine percentage will be decreased? By drinking plenty of water, by eating the food materials which have plenty of water content is there, by eating like plenty of fruits which one have plenty of water contents. It is very good to drink more water, to eat the food materials which will have more water content, eating the fruits which will have more water contents, because our kidney functions will work very properly. If you are not drinking properly water, what happens? The concentration of urine will be released. If the concentration of urine is released, what happens? To dilute the concentration of urine, vasopressin hormones is released. Vasopressin, it is dangerous. I told you diseases. So insipidus mellitus, diabetes. So the sugar levels also we can identify in the urine. When you are taking the food materials, we can see there are sugar levels. If you are taking more high proteins or high caloric food materials, the sugar percentage will be increased in the urine. It is not a good sign. There are some like compositions is there in the urine. It is very important to know the what compositions is there in the urine. So in the urine, like around the composition of urine. %96 of water is present in the urine. Around 96% of water is present in the urine. Why the urine color is look like a yellow color? It is not a yellow color. We can call urine color as an amber color. Actually, it is an amber color due to the presence of urochrome in the urine. Why urine is amber color? Because of urochrome is present in the urine. We will discuss in next class what is urochrome, from where it will be released. Around 96% of water is present in the urine. 2.5% of organic substances is present in the urine. Organic substances. Organic substances. What is this organic substance? Present, for example, urea, uric acid, creatine, creatinine percentage should be not increase more than 2% in the urine. If creatine percentage is decreasing and it's 5 or 7, immediately we have to consult the doctor. Your kidney will be functioning not properly. By urine test, we can identify whether kidney is properly working or not by the percentage of creatinine is present in the urine. Some people's both kidneys are damaged because of the percentage creatinine will be increased. So next one is water soluble vitamin. Water soluble vitamin. You know water soluble vitamin B, C, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, pyridosine, cyanocobalamin, biotins. Last one is biotins, pyrethroids, not pyrethroids. Okay, pyrethroids. These are the water soluble B and C complex. Water soluble vitamins. And some hormones also, and some oxalates also comes under the organic substance. Hormones, oxalates. These are the 2.5% organic substance. 1.5% of inorganic substance is there. Inorganic substances. What are the inorganic substances present in the urine? Like sodium, like chloride, like phosphate, like sulfate. These are the magnesium, calcium, iodine. All these inorganic substances is present in the urine. 96% of water, 2.5% of organic substances, 1.5% is of inorganic substances. Actually, the urine pH is 6. The urine percentage is pH is 6.0. So it is acid. After it will be converted to alkaline in the nature. This is the composition of urine. Very important. So write about the composition of urines. Next one we will discuss what is dialysis. What is dialysis? So what is before the what is ESRD? End stage of renal disease. End stage of renal disease is called as ESRD. ESRD. If both kidneys are damaged in the human beings, if both kidneys are damaged, what happens? The waste materials are not filtered in the kidney. Both kidneys are damaged. Filtration will not take place. The waste materials will remain in the body like that only. So this disease is called as uremia. I told you, edema and thirdly this is the uremia. Both are very, very important. When the both kidneys are damaged, the waste materials are remains in the body. This disease is called as a uremia. Then, if both kidneys are damaged, so kidney is a vital role to play in removing the waste materials from the blood. If the kidneys are failed, which organ or which system will remove the waste materials present in the food material, present in the blood? Because we are eating plenty of food materials, the food is digested into the stomach, the nutrients are absorbed, so the nutrients will send to the blood, so it will carry to the cell. In the cell, the cellular respiration will take place. There are so many inorganic substances, organic substances there. So it is a kidney part, a kidney role to remove the waste materials present in the blood. So if the both kidneys are failed, so they will go for the dialysis process. So we cannot survive if the waste materials are remains in our body. We can see the body swelling. So our body needs a fresh and purified blood. If the waste materials are remains in the body, we can't survive. That's why. So it is by the dialysis process. Dialysis is a artificial kidney, a dialysis machine. What is dialysis? Dialysis machine. It's a machine. So the dialysis machine or artificial kidney. Artificial kidney, we have to remove the waste materials present in the blood through this process. Dialysis machine is used to filter the blood of a person when both kidneys are damaged. Once again I am repeating. Dialysis machine is used to filter the blood. Dialysis machine is used to filter the blood when both kidneys are damaged. When both kidneys are damaged, this process is called hemodialysis. I think you understood. When both kidneys are damaged in a process, to the dialysis process, the blood is filtered. This process is called as hemodialysis. Through a dialyzer. Look at it. So if some person both kidneys are damaged, they will collect the blood from the artery, main artery. Collect the blood from the, for example, it is a hand. From the main artery, they will collect the blood, and this blood will enter into the dialyzer machine. So this dialyzer have many tubes, like substances is present in the dialyzer. There's a fluid is present. The fluid is present. So through these tubes, so the blood will be entered into these tubes. So there is a substance is there to separate the waste materials. There is no nitrogenous waste materials. That's why the blood can freely move from one part to the another parts through these tubes. So they will add, before collecting the blood from the artery, they will add anticoagulant, that is heparin. Heparin is a very important. Before collecting the blood, they will add heparin into this tube. They will collect the blood from the main arteries. This blood will move or transport to the dialyzers, which one have tubes. So there is a substance is there, fluid is there. It will separate the waste material. There is no nitrogenous waste materials. That's why this blood can freely move into this tube. Once the waste materials are removed, again, so this blood will be insert into the veins, vessels, collecting the blood from the arteries, inserting the blood, pumping the blood after filtration in the dialyzer machines. They will pump the blood into the veins. While before pumping the blood into the body, they will add again anticoagulant, that is heparin. What is the use of this heparin? It is anticoagulant. It will prevent the clotting of the blood. Once again, I am repeating simple. It's very important for 4 months question. So in the dialysis process, what happens? Dialysis machine is used to filter the blood of a person. When both kidneys are damaged, this process is called as hemodialysis. So the dialyzer, so they will collect the blood from the main arteries. Before collecting, they will add anticoagulant such as heparin. So this blood will enter into the dialyzer machine. So there is tubes and some tubes and substances is there. It will separate the waste material. There is no nitrogenous waste materials. That's why the blood can freely move into these tubes. Waste materials are collected in one box, 1 to 1 small test tubes or beakers. Before inserting, after filtration of the blood should be pumped into the person or patients through the veins. Before that, they will add anticoagulant, that is such as anticoagulant heparin. Before and after injecting the blood, they have to add the heparins. What happens? What is the difference between the kidney and the dialysis machine? So in kidney, 75% of urine is reabsorbed, but there is no reabsorption in the dialysis machine because there are plenty of useful materials is present in the urine. So there are glucose, amino acids, vitamins are reabsorbing, potassiums like calciums, sodiums reabsorbing in the kidney, but there is no reabsorption in the dialysis. That is the main disadvantage. We can't do because both kidneys are already damaged. There is no other options. If dialysis it's not a permanent solution. It's give to a temporary solution. For 1 week or 2 weeks, you have to go for the dialysis. For the dialyzers, we have to spend more money, lakhs of money for this dialysis. It's very costly. And this is about dialysis. That is the difference between the kidney and dialysis machines. Okay, today homework, write the composition of urines. It's a very important. Composition of urines, organic substances and inorganic substances. The most important formula, you have to write the yes or the stage of renal disease, uranium. Dialysis machine, 4 marks question. No need to draw the diagram. If you want, you can draw it. Otherwise, diagram is not required. So this is a dialysis machine, dialysis process. If both kidneys are damaged, they will go for the dialysis process. Okay? Thank you, students.